key high schools in 2 years. Commitment to education and lifelong learning is central to Mr. Graham's philosophy. He has served as an adjunct professor or guest lecturer at Northwestern, Harvard, Wharton, Chicago, UCLA, and Pepperdine, just to name a few. Please join me in giving a loud, heartfelt, five links welcome to our keynote speaker, Mr. Stedman Graham.
I didn't know Dr. King, but I remember he said about becoming the best you could possibly be, and that's why we're here, is to be the best we could possibly be. And he said, even if it falls your lot to be a street sweeper, sweep streets like Michelangelo painted pictures. Sweep streets like Handel and Beethoven composed music. Sweep streets like Shakespeare wrote poetry. Sweep streets so well that all the hosts of heaven and earth will have to pause and say, here lived the great street sweeper. That swept his or her child. You can't be a pine on the top of a hill. Be a scrub in the valley. But be the best little scrub on the side of the hill. Be a bush if you can't be a tree. If you can't be a highway, just be a trail. If you can't be the sun, be a star. It isn't by the size that you win or fail. Be the best of whatever interesting question. If you ask someone, how do you become the best of whatever you are? And what does that mean? Well, that means becoming the best of whatever you are means abundance. It means moving out of poverty. It means co-creating with the world that you live in every single day. It means learning how to take information and education, make it relevant to your purpose in life, transfer it into your mind so you become a thinking human being, and transferring that, your opportunities to the American Free Enterprise System, or the global market, and the 24 hours that you have every single day, which is what makes us all equal. Everybody has 24 hours. So the question is, what are you doing with your time? What do you do with your 24 hours? And so I teach identity leadership. And I've dedicated my life to getting people to understand the value and the importance of leadership. Identity leadership is self-leadership. And it's based on the philosophy that you can't need anybody else until you first need yourself. So your social economic development is based on yourself. Your abundance and your ability to create wealth based on what you do every day around this company is based on yourself. So the question becomes is how strong are you within yourself? I don't know if you can be that strong the way the system is set up. Because it's not designed for what? Yourself. And so how do you create powerful opportunities for yourself? That's the question. And it's very difficult to do that unless you understand the process of how to do that. So I spent a lot of years trying to understand how to empower myself. There's 7 billion people in the world who don't know anything about themselves. Maybe a small percentage of the 1% understand how to empower themselves. Everybody else is following or they're slaves. And what's a slave? It's a person that what? Waits for everybody to tell them what to do without controlling themselves. So there's no thinking. And without thinking, there's no prosperity. There's no abundance mentality. And so, what is the process? We're going to talk about the process. Most people will, if you get this, you're lucky, or you're blessed. You understand the true meaning of freedom. How to take information and education and make it relevant to who you are every single day so you can think and take the information available to you, especially over the internet today, especially with the technology that we have today. If you can make that relevant to self-improvement where you can create a process for continuous improvement every single day, that's a gift. So you move forward as opposed to moving what? Backwards. Most people can't do that. Because they wake up in the morning, they wash their face, they brush their teeth, they get something to eat, they get the kids off to school, they work all day, they come home in the afternoon, they spend time with the family, they watch TV, they go to bed, maybe they drink that much. Most people, 99% of the people will never do that, be able to do that, because on Tuesday, they wake up in the morning, they wash their face, they brush their teeth, they get something to eat, they get the kids off to school, they work all day, they come home in the afternoon, they spend time with the family, they watch TV, they go to bed, maybe they drink, that's Tuesday. Most people will never be able to self-actualize their potential because on Wednesday, what do you think they're doing? They wake up in the morning, they wash their face, they brush their teeth, they get something to eat, they get the kids off school, work all day, come home in the afternoon, spend time with the family, they watch TV, they go to bed, maybe they drink, that's Wednesday, and then on Thursday, here comes Thursday, and guess what 6 or 7 billion people do on Thursday? And then on Friday, they're looking for happiness, so they go to happy hour on Friday. And then on Saturday, they sleep in, and then they wash clothes, and they go shopping, and they get the kids off to activities, and Saturday night they go out. And then Sunday, a lot of people go to church and they eat chicken dinners in the afternoon at Pascal's, and they get ready for what? Work. And they work and 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 work, and they look at about 30 or 40 years have passed, and they say, you know what? All I've been doing is working. I have no more in the end than I had in the beginning. And what's the missing piece? The missing piece is, I've never turned the brake on. I don't really think, I don't really become an expert in my field. I have no process for self-actualization or self-development because I don't know who I am. And then the school, kind of says, well, if you did the same thing you did yesterday as you would do today, as you would do tomorrow, what have you done? Nothing. And then the school teaches you how to memorize and take tests, repeat information back, and get labeled with a grade. And 2 weeks later, if I asked you what you learned, what would you say? Nothing. So nothing from nothing is nothing. And so the most important question when anyone will ever ask you is, do you know who you are? If you don't know who you are, what happens? You're pretty much lost. And the world says, you don't know who you are, so I'm going to control you. And the world puts you in a box and it says to you, you can't make it because of the color of your skin. And it puts you in a socially constructed box. And it brainwashes you. The things that you can't make it because of the color of your skin. I grew up with a race-based consciousness. You know what a race-based consciousness is? Every day you're thinking about race. Then I got to travel around with this guy named Bob Brown. We were traveling all over the world. I was working for him. And I saw people of color around the world making things happen. And I said, oh my goodness gracious. I grew up in this all-black town surrounded by a white county where they said nothing ever good comes out of the white world. And I realized through all the traveling that I was brainwashed. And the thinking it was about the color of my skin. What I realized is, it took me about 31 years to realize about the color of your skin. Your problem is you don't know who you are. And then the world says, you don't know who you are, so I'm going to define you by your gender. And it tells women you can't make it because it's a man's world. Millions of women are put into a box and limited by social and structural programs, political programs designed to do what? To marginalize your existence based on your gender. No, that's not the problem. The problem is you don't know who you are. And when you don't know who you are, the world defines you by your house and your car, your money and your title. And the world